First and foremost, welcome. My name is Dahim, aka Deek the Jeweler, and I'm here to drop them jewels on you. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to As a Man. This podcast is for those guys in their 20s, 30s, and beyond who want to actually win at life. No motivational fluff, no endless therapy sessions, just straight talk with practical tools you can actually use. And today, we're going to be talking about dating in 2026. How to avoid the games and not get played. That's it. I mean, that's all you can hope for nowadays. Now, I can only imagine, you're in your early 20s, maybe even your 30s. You're working hard. You got a little bit of stability now, and you're searching. You're looking for somebody to really settle down, But the dating world is like a minefield, bro. One wrong step and boom, you're single again. And your ex, all she did was wake up one day and tell you, I choose myself today. And you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, what does that even mean? Are we still going out? Because I made dinner reservations. Like, what's happening? Especially when you've been doing all the things. You're taking care of her. You're there for her. When she's coming home from work and she's talking about that same girl that's been causing problems at the job, you're there to listen. Like, actively listening. You're actually doing all the things, bro. But in today's dating world, it's difficult to really give 100% of yourself when you know or you feel as though the person that you're dating can just switch up on you because you got social media, all these city girls out there. There's too many outside influences that can have an influence on your relationship. So you really got to make sure you're picking the right one, right? And then if it doesn't go right and she just switches up on you one day, that's 3, 4, 5 years down the drain, and you're trying to pick up the pieces, but you still got a little bit of that left. And so it makes you a little hesitant to move forward. And that's not fair to the next person, because what if she is the one? But you're hurt now, right? So I'm going to help you alleviate all of that, right? Now, this is a message I stand by. I am living proof that if you adhere to what I'm about to tell you, you're going to be all right. Yeah. I'm not going to leave anything left to the imagination or the guessing. This is how you conduct yourself as a man in 2026. If you want to make sure that person that you're picking to be your partner is 100% on the same line as you, right? They're in that same lane, not swerving, not about to switch lanes on you, none of that. None of that. This is that episode. Now, I felt it was important to actually address this immediately. At first I was like, should I even talk about relationships? Should I? Can I really even what makes me the authority on talking about relationships? Nothing. I just have those life experiences on things that work for me. And again, if it resonates, and it will, a lot of this is just 1 + 1 = 2 stuff. But we as people, not even as just men. We as people, we go against our better nature at times, right? Those things that we see and we desire that we know ain't no good for us. We still do them, right? We still chase those things that we know aren't good for us. Caveat, right? Sidebar. I was once told, if you find yourself chasing a woman, that means she's running away too, right? Like that's the act. Like if you're chasing, that means somebody's running. We don't chase. Like we're not doing that. Right? They're not trying to meet you where you are or meet up where you're going. You just got to be able to snip, just cut them off. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, in the title, the games, like dating in 2026, how to avoid the games and all of that. That's the games that you're trying to avoid. We're not playing these games. That's why it's so honest to just be upfront. Who you are, what you do, what you're trying to do, where you see yourself, and what you expect from this person that you're trying to date. Period. It's that simple for me. Okay. So dating is dating. Let's make this clear. You know, that means that you may be dating 2, 3, maybe even 4, 5 at times. But that doesn't imply that you're being intimate with each and every one of these people, right? And you have to accept the fact that these girls that you're dating may potentially be doing the same exact thing that you're doing. And if they are being intimate with other people, that's not your business. It's not for you to worry about. You're just getting to know these people. Okay? And the same thing goes for her or them. You don't have to tell them anything. That's why, you know, I mentioned just being honest, being upfront, being 100% upfront. Listen, I'm not looking for anything serious, and or I am looking for something serious, but I am still dating to make sure, you know, that the person I, you know, eventually land with is my person. Oddly enough, oh man, I'm about to give you some sauce right off the bat. Before I even get into my, you know, point system, like hit this, you know, you got to do this, you got to do that, but I'm going to give you the sauce up front, just so you know it's real, right? Oddly enough, I find that when you're honest like that, and, you know, a woman just so happens to decide to continue to date you knowing that you put all this on the table, they tend to trust you more. Oh, yeah. They trust you more. And they look at you as a challenge. Like, okay, because now they know that they're in this competition. It's competitive now. And if you're worth your weight in gold, oh, they're gonna go above and beyond for you. I mean, I'm not saying all women will do this, but the right ones will. And that activates the same action in you, especially if she's worth her weight in gold. It's necessary dating. Like the word dating. I don't mean you just sleeping around, bro. I ain't saying that. You know, dating is good, you know, because it helps you, you know, polish your skills, sharpen your tools, your mind, you know, it activates something in you. Now, I like the word chase that I mentioned before. This is innate. This is hunting, which should come natural to most men. you know. But again, I'm addressing a specific group. So this better come natural to you. This is you being on the hunt for the right woman. Someone who's going to ultimately be your partner in life. Now, I will say this. Not everybody's for that longevity relationship, that marriage thing. Not everybody's for that. You know, that's you. This information, you know, some of this is applicable to the life you're living as well. But I will say this. Again, always just be honest with who you are, and you should have no problems. You will, though. You will, because that's just the nature of the beast. When it comes to, you know, getting physical, that physicality kind of changes things. And I'm sure if you're in your 30s, late 20s, and you've dated a while and you've tried what I just said, you were honest, it still kind of turned weird for you, where, you know, you got intimate with a girl, then she just started switching up and being more, I don't know, possessive, calling more, you know, being more emotional in front of you and stuff like that. And that's natural, because that's something that's innate in women, you know. Once they give up, you know, give of themselves in that way, it crosses a barrier. You know, they're no longer just cool, blase, blah about it. You know, the emotions get involved. And you got to be very careful about that. You can't just be being intimate with any woman, because that can come down the line. You got to be able to spot those type of women where you can tell that if you go beyond a certain line, oh, it's going to get weird. Oh, it's going to get weird. You know, she's saying too much, too fast, too soon. She's doing too much, the most. She's already talking about marriage, kids, where she sees you guys, and she got all of this ready for you at hello. Hey, how you doing? I want 5 kids. Like, what? What you say? You gotta be able to spot that. You know? And there's there's no method to this. You know, some of this is gonna come down the pipeline, and I don't want you to come at me like, hey man, I said a lot of things, man. I said a lot. I'm going to say a lot. I am. You know, there's nothing hardwired here, buddy. This is what I know. But the one thing that's always going to remain is you. How you react to certain situations, you know, what you say and what you stand on. Right? Can't let yourself be manipulated by emotion, none of that. This is what it is. I said that. And I stand on that, woman. That's it. That's all. Point blank, period. Now, it get a little different once you get married. You can't just be knowing all that like that, man. I'm going to be honest with you. It is a little different. We start taking little L's here and there, but it's all in the interest of happiness. And listen, I will tell you this. I still run my shit. I still run it. Still me. I'm still the boss. I just, you know, I make her feel like she's the boss. Because, like I said, it's about the happiness. Well, hey, listen, I digress. Let's focus on you, brother. Let's get you where you need to be. You ready for that? I said it's you. You ready for that? Okay. Okay, so now, I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios, 3 different women, where I went good, where I went bad, and where I landed. And we're going to be able to pick apart each piece. And again, you're going to be able to apply this to where you are Again, what you're trying to do, where you're going, and how you're gonna get there, right? And you gotta be honest with yourself. That's number one. What are you really trying to do here, boss? This is about you. As a man, you have to be honest with yourself. First off, Kelsey. So a few years back, few years back, I got to keep my timeline right in case somebody see it. A few years back, I was doing the dating app thing. And it was on, I can't even remember all of them, but I landed on Facebook, oddly enough. There was this girl that was on Facebook dating app. I can't remember the name of it, but I met her. She seemed cool. I remember the first time we spoke, talked like we was long lost friends, right? But what I didn't see, the signs, the red flags, was that too much, too fast, too soon was happening. And sometimes that's you too. You're doing that. Because you maybe, want this so bad. You want this to work out so bad because maybe the last situation or last situationships didn't sell well for you. And so in your mind, it's like, this gotta work. And then you land this person or you meet this person where it just seems like everything is right. Like you like, oh, I found a normal person, right? So you start missing all the marks. You start missing. So you start missing all the marks. You start missing all the red flags. But in this situation, we just became like a married couple in like, I want to say like 2 months, 3 months, without any of the work though. I don't really know this person. She don't really know me. I haven't been able to, unpack my deepest, darkest secrets. I don't even know you like that. But we're playing that game. We're playing that, we're playing house, essentially. And that's not gonna work out for you, right? So the caveat to that, or the step from that one, is you gotta take your time. Move, get it done, but take your time. Get out all the pertinent information, right? Have those real conversations with this person. I'm not saying that you can't meet your future wife in 6 months. Like it's not impossible that you meet the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with in 6 months, because it happens. But you have to do the work. You can't expect for, this angel just fall in your lap. It very rarely goes that way. And so in dating, I always say you're always going to meet the representative before you meet the real person, right? You meet a person, you're meeting their best version. Everything is right. She likes all the stuff you like. She likes to do all the things you like. She can't wait to do the things you like. She likes you. Everything is perfect. It don't happen that way. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, you really gotta be like, nah, and start presenting real situations. This is not a game. You're not playing games. This is not you playing games. You just questions, real questions. What would you do if this happened? X, Y, and Z. Because you gotta get to the bad. Everybody's showing you they're good. What happens when it all falls down? Where are you gonna be? Right? It's so important, because this is your life too. Right? It's so important that you align yourself with like-minded people, especially in dating. A lot of people don't deserve your time. A lot of people don't deserve your grind. You're gonna do the most. You're gonna go above and beyond, and they feel like they can do the bare minimum and still have access to your resources. It shouldn't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that, bro. But if you're allowing that, then that's what they believe. You're giving her access to all this work you put up, and she ain't had to do nothing. And every time you do that, in her mind, you're boosting her value. She's made to believe that because she landed a guy like you in the position that you're in, she can get the next one just like that, or the next level. That's what she starts feeling like she deserves. And you did that. Oh yeah, you did that. So in Kelsey's case, at that time I was working on myself. She caught me in an impasse. I was putting the pieces together. I was just putting the pieces together. Right? And like I said, me personally, I was at a place where I really was just tired of the games. I wanted something serious. And so when she started to match all my energy, you know, and vocalizing all the things I wanted to hear, I was just like, okay, I think this might be the one, you know. But it didn't work out that way, obviously, because I wouldn't be talking about Kelsey. It didn't work out that way because the minute I started to say no about certain things, and I couldn't, you know, continuously show up in the ways that she wanted me to show up, even if it was despite myself, you know, she wanted to be doing better from my resources than I was, or that I was willing to the point where I would have to go broke to keep up with the lifestyle that I don't support. It was just like, yeah, like, nah. And then immediately, like night and day, then the real her showed up. It was no longer the representative. Now I'm dealing with the real person, the real thing. And then you start finding out all the things about you that she never liked. And you're like, oh. But they was always there. It was never going to work out. She was just reserving for such an event for a no. She's waiting for me to say no so she could be like, well, this is what I, you know. And it happened that way. And then for me, I'm fast to walk away from situations that I don't feel serve me. And so that was done just as fast as it started. So real quick, right? I'm going to just tell you this, and this is going to be hard to tell you, but you should know this. The universe is mathematical. It's magnetic. Everything is vibrations. I believe this 100%, right? Even like the word universe, uni, one, verse, song, it's all just vibrations, right? And so with that being said, I believe like attract like. You attract what you are. Where you are is what you're gonna get coming to you. So if you find yourself constantly getting these duds, you know, then you're probably a dud yourself. Maybe you don't want to accept it, but that's more than likely, within some way, shape, form, or fashion, you're dudding it, bro. You're a dud. And it's okay. I was a dud for a while. It happens. As a man, I gotta be honest. I must be honest with you. I wasn't always this cool. It took time. A long time. Which leads me to my next example, scenario, situation. Brandy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I dropped the bag. You know, that's lingo for I messed up. I had a good situation and I took advantage of it. I squandered it, is the best way I can say. She was a good girl, willing to go above and beyond. And instead of seeing her as someone that I could have truly built with and grow with, I just seen her as access to the things that I needed at that time, especially being that she was somebody that was willing to do all those things. I yeah, I squandered that. I dropped the ball on that. So, we could kind of like shift from this by saying this, man. It is so important for you to be doing the work on yourself as well, right? You can't just show up to the party and expect for, the music to still be playing when the party is over. I don't even know what that means, but it sounded cool when I was thinking about it. The point that I'm trying to make, though, is like, you can't expect for everything to be all about you, and when it's not, then it's a problem. Case in point, the last scenario I just talked about. That's what was happening to me, and then I went and did the same thing. I'm not saying that those even happen in that order, but it happens, and it happened for me, and I did it. So, and then the last situation scenario, I met Jasmine. And at the time when I met her, I was getting it together. Like, I was really focused. I done took all the L's. I took as many L's as I was ready to take. And I was at a low point from outside, from the outside looking in, it would look like I was at a low point. I was living in the shelter, me and my son. We were doing, from the outside, it looked like we were doing bad, but his dad was focused. I was focused. I went out every day and I worked hard and I got my ducks in a row. I got everything in order. But along that time, at that time, I met Jasmine, and she was at a point in her life where she was building up as well. And, a few discussions, and we connected, we built up, and me getting out everything, being 100% honest, is why I think things kind of worked out the way they did, because I was done allowing my representative to mess things up for me. I talk about my representative. Like I said, when you meet a person that you're intending on dating, you might meet their representative first. They're going to be the best version, all of that. When I met Jasmine, I wasn't doing all of that. I'm honest. Listen, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. This is where I see myself. You ready? You want to do this with me? Well, this is what I expect. And we just connected. She was honest with her situation. We never bumped heads, and I think that's why we're still married to this day. On top of that, she is a good woman. She doesn't have that modern spin on, femininity, where she feels like she has to battle with me. In fact, she celebrates my masculinity and allows me, and I use that word loosely, she allows me to be the leader in the household, without ever bumping heads. I mean, there's always going to be disagreements, but I'll say out of 100 disagreements, right? 99 of them, we get through without any backlash, none of that. We're good because we're focusing on effective communication. I'm always honest about how I really feel. I don't close down. I don't do any of the things that I probably would have done previously in my younger years, or in past relationships. I made it my business to give her my better version. And I took a chance on that. I gave her my best versions, but I'm doing that. And I did that just to be able to say if things didn't work out. And this was in the beginning. If things didn't work out, I could always say, I gave you my best. I did 100. I didn't want to go into something new only reserving the best parts for myself because of fear of getting hurt and all of those things. So these are difficult topics to discuss as a man because we're raised to be super duper tough, and we're not supposed to be emotionally scathed by relationships, but it happens. And when we try to deny that it's happening, it only becomes a detriment to ourselves, and then eventually it will become a detriment to yourself and those around you. And sometimes it's people that are really close that you're gonna hurt because you're not doing the work. So I think that the most important thing, the most important reason that we're winning right now is because I did the work. And as a man, that's where it all starts. And when I say doing the work, that means actually working, like job, career, whatever it is. You gotta have the resources. As a man, you have 2 jobs, 2 duties on this planet that you must do. And that's provide and protect. That's it. Provision and protection. That's it. That's all. Right? If you could sprinkle in a little date night here and, some jewelry here. Those are all the things that comes with provision. But if you can sprinkle in a little romance here and there, that's cool, bro. But your job, your duty as a man is to protect and provide. But ultimately trying to get to that point where you feel like this is the person you want to do these things with, you have to be able to vet out all the nonsense, right? And so you can't be the problem, and you got to be able to spot the problems, and you have to be able to walk away immediately when it's not serving you. Again, we get trapped by the booty. I'm telling you, I know. I've been there, brother. I've been there. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And in your eyes, she can't do nothing wrong, but she's doing all the wrong. All of it. And you're allowing it. And you're creating a monster in that way. You're not saying no enough. That's a powerful word in relationships. It really helps to set the boundaries that are necessary for a very, very productive relationship. One that will flourish if you allow it. But you have to, as a man, do your due diligence. And that's working on yourself first and bringing the best version of yourself to the table, not your representative, period. So to kind of like streamline this, get everything like solidified and make it more tangible, a direct thinking process for you. I wrote this down, so just bear with me for a moment, but I think you should write some of this down as well. You gotta pause this right quick, grab a pen, pull your phone out, open your notes. Some of this, like I said, some of this is gonna be applicable. Maybe it's not gonna work for you, but if you're dating in 2026, you follow this the way that I'm about to lay it down for you, I assure you, you're gonna see some success. If not, the ultimate success. I'm breaking this down into 5 key areas. Each one builds on the next. Number 1, fix your foundation first. Because if you're not solid, nothing else sticks. Society says date to feel better about yourself. The truth, date from strength. You gotta have your bases locked. Body in shape, not perfect, just consistent. Gym, decent sleep, energy. Money moving forward, no massive debt hole, side income building. Purpose, bigger than just a find a girl. Gotta be bigger than just that, right? Career track, hobbies, friends. Have a life, bruh. Your life cannot be just trying to get a girl. You gotta get you first. We spoke about that. Focus on yourself. You gotta get yourself in order first. Now remember, we're building all of this stuff for long term. Long term. That's where I'm in that. Me personally, I'm in that line right now. That's where I'm at. I'm on to the long term. And so this is some of the things that I'm identifying with that I feel as though is going to be instrumental on the success and continuous success of my relationship now. And once you make it to this point, or if you're at this point, that I think that if you keep this activated, you're gonna be all right. Long term, keep attraction alive, avoid common traps. Once exclusive, lead without controlling. Maintain mystery. Don't be too available. Handle tests calmly and agree, amplify, or ignore weak ones. Yeah. So what I'm saying with that is that sometimes, even after you've been in a relationship, I don't know what it is, but women tend to do this thing where they're trying to test your loyalty still, and they're doing all these games. I personally do not respond well to any type of game when it comes to relationships. None of that. So if I'm so fortunate to not have any of that in my relationship. My wife doesn't even go through my phone. I don't go through her phone. I don't want to go through her phone. She doesn't want, we don't have that stuff in our relationship. I didn't come, into this relationship with the toxicity. I don't know that stuff. It's not familiar to me. That's new age stuff. I'm a very straightforward guy. Listen, I'm not playing none of that game. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm not, I'm not. I'm letting you know what it is. That's me personally, though. If you guys feel like that's something that y'all want to get into, and you think that's what you need to keep the spice in your relationship, then by all means, do that. But not over here. I don't feel like I have to be controlling to lead. I say what I want, and if it makes sense, and if it's gonna be beneficial to all parties involved, I expect that to happen. I expect that to be followed. I expect that, and then vice versa. My wife says something that she wants to see happening in our relationship, that she wants to see to happening in our household, and she presents it to me. If it makes sense, it's gonna happen. There's no one person leading our relationship. We're both leading. Sometimes she's gonna make suggestions that I think are wonderful, and vice versa. So there's not this hierarchy in my household, not in my relationship, but there is an understanding of who is the head of the household. And that doesn't mean that I don't need her leadership either, though. If I'm the head of the household, she's the neck. Yeah. If I'm the head, she's the neck, because she points me in the directions I need to go. You feel me? So, I need her. She needs me. We're, simpatico. We're synced up. We got this. Never to take away from her role or to diminish her role in the household. We're not doing that. She's just as important as I am, and I'm just as important as she is. Period. Big traps to dodge: becoming their emotional tampon, losing your edge, no gym, no friends, one-nighters, never put her on a pedestal. Why did I write that down? I mean, I would say this. If you're going out, yeah, that's what it is. When you're just starting out the date, like when you're just starting dating, right? Even if you guys become exclusive in the earlier on stages, I just think that it's not gonna be beneficial to you if you immediately go into just putting women, like putting her on this pedestal where like she's, a deity or something, like she's your idol, like you're just worshiping her. Anything she says, I just don't think that's, and I don't, if you could do that, that's cool. But even if you could, I don't think that's going to be beneficial to you in the long run, because it's kind of like the same reason why we say not to spoil our children. You shouldn't just be spoiling your girlfriend, like just because she wants stuff. She wants to take a trip to Dubai and you sending her and her friends, but you like, I don't adhere to that. Now my wife that I've been with for some time, that's different. In these beginning stages, a year, 2 years, even 3, you just got to be very smart about how you conduct yourself in this relationship. You do not want to send the wrong messages, send the wrong signals, because ultimately it can become a detriment to you and the relationship that you're trying to build, if that makes sense. So here's an actionable checklist that you can actually work on right now. So 2026 dating playbook starting steps. Do these this week. Audit your dating profile, your photos right now. Delete weak ones, add 1 to 2 strong ones. Remember I said, be yourself. Just, you don't gotta do the chain. You don't gotta do all this. You don't gotta do the whole turning yourself into a Christmas tree with ornaments and stuff. Guys with the chest poking out. I mean, if you work out, that's something to be proud of. So in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you can show that your physique, but you don't going up there with your shirt off and all that. I mean, it just comes off a little pretentious. That's just me. Just keep it simple, man. Show that you're a real person, though. Like, who's doing that all day? Keep it simple, man. Seriously. Update your bio to something short, confident, filtering on the next app interaction. Move to date in under 10 messages. Practice qualifying questions on your next date or first one. Lead fully. Pick the spot, the time. Escalate touch if the vibe is good. What I mean by that is, a little slight of the hand, touching her hand, making great eye contact, fix her hair. There's certain things that you could do on a date just to kind of build that intimacy without being actually intimate, but it also connecting with her to let her know that you're really into her, if you're really into her. And lastly, write down your non-negotiables. 2 to 3 things, 3 to 5 if necessary, of things that you will not tolerate or accept, and you got to stick to them, right? And be expressive with these. You have to have boundaries in a relationship, and it has to be something that they are understanding of, or not even understanding, but they have to understand. It has to be something that you verbalize, that you're vocal about, so that they know not to do X, Y, Z. Because you can't be mad about something that she didn't even know about. That's weird. Don't be weird, bro. And this ultimately sets you up. These things that I've just mentioned will kind of like at least get you on the right track and have you heading in the right direction when it comes to dating in 2026. I do believe this. I stand by this message. Dating in 2026 is messy, but it's not impossible. The guys who are winning, they're not the richest. They're not even the best looking, but they are the ones who know their value. They lead without apology and walk when it's not right. You don't need games, bruh. You need standards, boundaries. You need a spine. You gotta remember, build yourself first. And then get the woman who adds, not subtracts. You got the tools now. Use them. Now, if this hits you, drop a review. Share this with a brother you see stuck in a cycle. They just constantly doing the same thing and expecting different results. I mean, they insane for real, for real. Now, all my social media platforms, my links are in the bio. Hit me with any questions that you have about relationship, any things that you think that I missed during this video, with you trying to get my view on certain things. Listen, I'm a wealth of information. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the smartest, but I know what I know. I know everything I need to know, everything I need to know about. Everything I don't know about, I don't need to know about it. Our next episode is Your Body is Betraying You. Fix it before it's too late. Remember, your health is the foundation. Don't sleep on it. Until then, this is As a Man. As a Man. This is me signing out. Go out there and be the man you respect. And be good to yourself, brothers. And if you can't be good, be great.
Niggas that counted you out, figured out now you wasn't crazy. Ain't pop out in a while, then you hop out that Mercedes.